Welcome to How to Make Your Own Herbal Medicines, the Basics. My name is Crystal O'Connell of Vibrant Life Wellness. I'm supporting your natural person for vibrant life. What is the natural person? In the law, it is your own human person, which is free from governmental regulation and free to choose wellness and health choices that align with your values and conscience. My services include supplements and medication reviews for optimal nutrient intake, recommendations for programs with naturopathic approaches, meaning that we would use supportive therapies like therapeutic baths, castor oil packs, or referral to other practitioners for other therapies. Iridology, which is the study of the iris of the eyes, and I use a constitutional basis that tells me how your body was born and its strengths and weaknesses. Herbal and supplemental recommendations. I use the FullScript platform for my clients to easily order and have delivered their supplements. And herbal medicine making classes, which is what this presentation is all about. And this winter, I hope to present natural skincare classes. For more information, see my website at vibrantlifewellnessllc.com. The basics of herbal medicine making. Now, this is for the people who were present at this presentation, but some people have missed it, and I have agreed to make a recording of it. I recommend getting a good book, like these displayed on my table, which I'll put some things together when I'm posting this video of these books, so you can check those out. When harvesting, process your herbs in a cool environment or a low setting in a dehydrator if drying. Work quickly to preserve nutrients and constituents. Store dried herbs and other products made with them in dark glass jars or opaque tubs away from heat and direct sunlight. Wash dirty plants with clean water, especially roots, and allow to dry before processing in alcohol or oils. Any water in the oil may end up getting some mold in your formula. And formulas are various parts. There are active parts, carrier herbs, neutralizing herbs. Often a formula will use various herbs to do the same thing in different ways. And experience the taste of various herbs to expand your palate. Forms of processing. Infusion is like a tea, steeping the leaves in delicate plant matter, usually for 5 to 10, maybe 20 minutes. Decoction is a very strong tea which is simmered, such as roots, on a very low temperature. A tincture is one of the ways that I use to process most of my herbs because it can be stored for about 20 years. Alcohol is used to extract generally fresh plants, but sometimes only dry is available. Create a glycerite or an alcohol-free version by simmering after adding the glycerin. So you would add equal parts of your tincture and the glycerin and simmer it down until you have the measurement of the glycerin itself. For pills, use a binder like slippery elm and roll into logs and cut the pills off. And powder, you can mix it up in water, which is difficult for some people to taste that, or encapsulate your own with a device like Cap 'em Quick with empty capsules. When you make a syrup or glycerite, simmer down tinctures into glycerin, and you can add honey, flavor, and essential oils for your flavor. In an ointment, I simmer down tinctures or my extract in water and reduce down, then add oils and a solidifier. So I like jojoba oil because it doesn't go rancid, and a solidifier like coconut oil or possibly beeswax or even cocoa butter are good solidifiers. When it cools down, it becomes more solid. In a compress, an infusion or decoction is applied to the skin with a towel that's soaked in the liquid. A poultice, you use cheesecloth with thick application of herbs applied to the skin, and I generally use powdered slippery elm bark to hold the mixture together. And essential oils can be used. They're steam distilled of botanicals that result in a super concentrated volatile oils, so they do evaporate very quickly. So when you add these to your mixtures, add those when the mixture has cooled down sufficiently so that you don't just evaporate out your oils before they have a chance to mix in with your solution. When cleaning up, use your grandparents' methods for safer outcomes. Baking soda, vinegar, salt, borax. Please use gloves. Borax is helpful for stains. Mixes of dish soap and lemons, cheap vodka, and essential oils can help to give you a safer environment when you clean up. Other things to consider. Consider the impact of what you use, including disposal. I like to reuse my spray bottles until the sprayer quits. I like to repurpose food containers for homemade mixes and personal use products. And I reuse glass containers the most. They do last the longest and they won't impart any plastics or a funny taste to your mixtures. Using natural mixtures also prevents storing some chemicals from conventional products in your body's fat cells. And when a fat cell becomes too full of toxicity, then more fat cells have to be created to store it away. So topical products. I do have a handout for an ointment recipe. You could sure contact me for that. Plain castor oil, sesame oil, almond oil, coconut oil, and jojoba oil are clean options. Avoid petroleum jelly and mineral oils. They're not very skin friendly and they sit upon the skin and do not allow it to breathe. Beeswax, cocoa oil, and cocoa butter, as I mentioned before, binds the oils into an ointment. And our local little natural store carries these clean products. They can also be found at natural grocers nationwide in the USA, and Sprouts Farmers Market is also nationwide. Whole Foods does carry some of these items as well. Did you know that many of our common weeds are edible and medicinal? So you don't have to necessarily pay for your herbs in some of these formulas. Look for areas away from roads and not sprayed or treated. Local wildcrafting tours are found in the summer locally in many places. And in my own yard, dandelion, lamb's quarters, which are pictured here, grindelia, also called gumweed, mullein, yarrow, catnip, and purslane are a few of the local plants to dehydrate or tincture for storage. Many herbs like peppermint and dill grow well in a garden in my area. Remember to stock up your raw materials. Essential oils like tea tree oil is multi-purpose for cleaning and disinfecting. Most essential oils generally have some of the same antiseptic properties and smell nicer than tea tree oil does. Coconut oil is a shelf-stable oil, and jojoba oil resists rancidity. I do store all of my oils in the fridge, regardless of which ones they are. Bottles.com has great prices on bottles and jars. However, shipping can get high since it's packed very well to avoid any breakage. Check with local liquor stores for tincture extractors and case discounts. So I use the golden grain extractor. It's a knockoff of Everclear. It's essentially the same thing, but it is a much better price. Harvest your backyard plants through the summer or in fall for those who need time to mature. Put them away for later use. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your herbs.